right, Lindsey Singer joining us now, Colorado Rising Action. Lindsey, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well.
Glad to have you as always. So talk to us about what's happening at Colorado Rising Action. First of all, talk real quick for those that maybe are joining us for the first time and listening to you, and we don't do this that often, and we need to be doing this more. What is Colorado Rising Action? What do you guys do?
Yeah, Colorado Rising Action, we do rapid response communication and tracking of Democrat candidates and opposition research. So we're the only group in Colorado that's doing the tracking and the opposition research to hold the Democrats accountable for their policies.
Awesome. Okay.
Love it.
Let's talk about the new, and make sure I say this right. Is it, do I just say it out, just spell it out, REMI study, or do I say REMI, or how do I say that?
I think they usually go by REMI. It's sort of connected with Common Sense Policy Roundtable, if people are more familiar with them. It's a group of organizations, and they do a lot of really good in-depth research, and they look at the numbers, which is important when we're talking about some of this legislation. And today, they just did a study on the public option for health insurance that Colorado possibly could pass next legislative session if the Democrats and Governor Polis have their way.
Let's hope not. That would be a disaster.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure most people understand what the public option is, but basically it creates a
basically Medicaid for all. Am I saying that correctly? That was what Colorado would go to, right?
Exactly.
We would through our tax dollars make sure everybody understands how this works. There's no freebies, everybody. So all of you out there listening, even those of you on the left that maybe would disagree with me, I can prove my point. Nothing's free. Everything has a cost to it. If we do Medicaid for all, your taxes and what you pay for will go up, and your coverages, frankly, your service of care will go down.
Yeah, and that's exactly part of what this study showed. So basically, the public option has lower premiums compared to private plans, and it requires doctors and hospitals to treat patients at this reduced rate. But that cost, this study actually, this quote I really liked, so I pulled it out. It says, legislating lower prices does not make costs disappear. So like you said, it just shifts the cost. And right now that shift is going on to privately insured people who pay higher rates just to cover the losses at the hospital and at the doctor's office. But if this public option were instituted in Colorado, part of what they saw was that 80 to 100% of people who have private insurance plans or employer-based insurance plans now would switch over to the public option, which would completely destroy that system.
Yeah, this is not a good way to go. What's your thoughts on this next round? We can ask Patrick Neville on this on Thursday, but what are your thoughts when it comes to this next legislative session, and will this be something they focus on?
Yeah, I definitely think it will be. I don't know how high it'll be on Polis's list of priorities, but last session they really pushed for it, and what they came out with was this study bill that they required, people to study it, which is a waste of money. But Common Sense Policy Roundtable and REMI came out then with this, is sort of before the official study comes out in a couple months. But it's not looking good, and I think that if legislators and Governor Polis really look at the numbers that are coming out of this, they should see that this is a really bad idea for Colorado. I think that a lot of people, this might sound naive, but I think that a lot of these people who are pushing for this really come from a good place and want to provide high quality health care for more people. I think that's where they're coming from. But
yeah, but here's my biggest disagreement with all of this comes from. This is one of the things that I feel we need to address. And you're right. I do think that when it comes to actual care of other individuals, yes, I think they have, be careful how I say this, I think they have people in mind, although they're going about it the wrong way. And one of the things that I struggle with, and I'm looking at healthcareforallcolorado.org, one of the first things they say that their universal health plan is based on. They've got 4 values, and the first one is this, and this is the one that I have the most problems with. Human rights. Access to a high standard of health care is one of the fundamental rights of every human being. And frankly, Lindsey, it's not. That is a wrong statement.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But I do think, I think that if you look at the actual effects that these policies will have, if people believe these numbers, which I think that everyone should, because it's based in reality, it's not providing, it's not even getting close to what they say is a basic human right.
No, in fact, when it's all said and done, and this is the thing that I struggle with the most, it's hard for me to even say that they've got people's lives in mind when they come up with these plans, because the reality is if they push forward the agenda that they want to proceed with and accomplish, at the end of the day, more people die and have less care when it's all said and done. So I have to wonder, what is their real agenda? Because at the end of the day, people are worse off with this type of a system than they are better off. So are they really looking out for the best of the public?
At the end of the day, it wouldn't be the best for the public at all. So I totally agree with you on that. It actually, the same study showed that it would only reduce the uninsured by 7 to 11%, which isn't very much. It's about 38,000 Coloradans.
That's not enough. That is not enough to change the entire healthcare system of Colorado.
Right, correct.
At all. Okay. You've also got another event coming up here in the near future. Talk about that as well.
Yeah, we periodically do these local government trainings. They're free. We partner with Independence Institute, has a building downtown Denver, and we talk about how people can get more involved in their local governments, how people can get things on the ballot, and look at boards and commissions and getting involved there, which is really can be the place that actually has the most influence on.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. So really what you're saying is, or what this training does, is it gives people the empowerment, the training, and the necessary tools to be able to run for some of their local governments, local seats, local boards, things that are open that they can easily get involved in. And in some cases, don't even have to run for that particular office or that seat. In some cases, they just put their name on the list and show up, right?
Exactly. For some boards, it can be a little more political to get on there, and you have to try a number of times depending on who appoints a board member. But it's really important, and this training will help give you, as you said, the resources and information to know how to do that.
That's awesome.
So it's October 12th from 9 a.m. to 12:30. You have to give up half of a Saturday, but I think it's totally worth it. Again, it's October 12th, and if you want more information, I think the best way to get that is to email info@coloradorisingaction.org.
Okay.
Or call you guys, and you guys can connect them.
We'll give them the info. No, that's perfect. We'd love to. Lindsey, as always, we'll help you guys out. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for the partnership, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Lindsey.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Colorado Rising Action.